We're showing a lot of faith in this batting lineup. Going first on this pitch is either a masterstroke or a disaster waiting to happen.
Here we go with the first ball of the match. Nothing better than getting a match started and hearing the sound of leather on willow. Finds the fielder with that shot. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Great shot, through the gap.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
Hope, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Comes down the wicket and drives that in the air. Great attacking play by the batter. 4 more.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length. Around about off stump. That'll force a mistake. Oh, well. Don't even bother running.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Well, that was a struggle, getting smacked all over the park.
End of the first and an exceptional start. Some big shots early on. Can build some momentum easily off that over.
Hetmeyer, the spinner, coming into the attack. Doesn't beat the infield. Beautiful timing there off the front foot. It's racing away. The fielder out in the deep has some serious work to cut it off.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Timed that perfectly.
That was a lovely flowing drive through the covers to pick up the 4.
This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch. Rocks onto the back foot, and that is just beautiful.
Well, that one's for the textbook. Stands tall, on top of the bounce, and a lovely flick of the wrist at the end.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Couldn't get it through the field. End of the over, and what a beauty it was. Say what you want about the bowling, but you still have to hit them. Majestic batting. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. Driven on the onside, but straight to mid-wicket. Great commitment. Gone, knocked them over, just too much pace there.
That's a big wicket. You want to send the key people back to the pavilion quickly. Excellent work.
Yeah, big opportunity. They've worked really hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get a big score on the board. Perfectly timed.
End of the third over. The score is now 28-1.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the north end.
For the fielding side.
Great shot, through the gap. Was quick onto that in the infield. Seems to have misjudged that one. Ouch. Does very well to quickly get across to this one. It's a full toss and worked off the pads nicely. Could well be four. End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one.
Well, it's been crisp, elegant, easy shot making so far. Plenty of runs and plenty more if they keep it up.
Drilled that one away.
That showed great skill, lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Across the stumps and a flick of the wrist. It's wide of square leg. Could be 4.
A lovely shot off the back foot. The shorter ball having no joy and getting dispatched for 4 runs.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Nice shot, just a flick off the pads.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come.
Mayers watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper.
Massive edge, misses everyone, and that's racing away. Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them. The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end. Onto the front foot, super shot, should be 4.
Saw it early and went for it. Muscled it to the boundary rather than timed it.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions for this innings. Massive outside edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Brilliant diving stop. Oh, man, that's an incredible shot. Square drive and holds the pose as it goes all the way for a maximum.
Just waited on it, got given a bit of width and launched it all the way.
Cuts that off well in the infield. Well, that was a struggle, getting smacked all over the park. The right arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. What a superb delivery, too good. Just didn't know where it was going and knocked him over.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
That's a long way to walk out there just to turn around and walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first run behind them and then push on. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Power and precision in that shot.
The gap was left open for them and they were happy to oblige. Picked it early, got into position well and punched it to the boundary.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries just to keep them guessing. Square cut, finds point, no run. Gets that away.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
Going with spin now.
The new bowler into the attack.
Perfectly timed.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
Don't always mind getting hit for runs. What's important is just focus on getting the next delivery right. Can't get that outside the ring field. Driven on the onside, but straight to mid-wicket. Smacks that away through the gap.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Tried something a bit different last delivery, and the captain shouldn't mind that too much. If they get it right, they just might get that wicket. Straight to the fielder.
Kept the heat on throughout this innings so far. Really good batting. The next few overs could tell the tale of just how big this score will be.
Paul from the south end. Edge, but it drops safely. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Two straight and punched through the leg side.
Nearly got through them, just got onto it in time, and with enough bat speed to pick up 4.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Paul, too full and gets punished for it. Great shot for 4 more.
Yeah, too wide. It was there to be hit, and it was really given the treatment.
Paul shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Massive outside edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Magical shot into the vacant fine leg position, and I do not think anyone's going to stop that.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, and dispatches it to the boundary.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
A poor delivery, and you don't pass up chances like that. Crashed away for 4.
Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them. Shepherd, the pace bowler, coming into the attack. Caught. It's one of the easiest catches you'll see. Oh, wow. Brilliant reactions, and what a catch.
Got to their 50 without a lot of trouble. Unfortunately for them, the 100 wasn't to be as they head back to the dressing room.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. The task here will be that of support and getting themselves settled into their innings. Perfectly timed. Beautiful timing there off the front foot. It's racing away. The fielder out in the deep has some serious work to cut it off.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Pulled away, but straight to square leg. Really good innings comes to an end. That's going to be a tough total to chase. Someone's going to need to step up with a big score. I reckon this is a respectable total. If the bowlers can get firing and get some early wickets, this will be a difficult chase.
Bishop coming in.
Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Fantastic running, turned 2 into 3 there. Caught, and that's stuck. Straight to cover point for an easy catch.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark centre. Just needs to rotate the strike early on as they get settled into their innings.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Someone different now to bowl at. Brings a different set of problems. I feel it's just a matter of pitching the ball up and getting them onto the front foot. Couldn't get it through the field.
End of the first over. The batting team are now 7 for 1.
Young, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the north end. Misses everything. Over the infield with a cracking shot.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Harris waited on that and guides it down to third. Fielder coming around may stop it before the boundary.
Well, that one's for the textbook. Stands tall, on top of the bounce, and a lovely flick of the wrist at the end.
Holder, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. Great shot. Gets a hold of that and places it through square leg.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
I didn't feel there was too much wrong with that last delivery. They just need to keep the ball in the right areas and the rewards will come. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them. Bishop from the south end. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Nice shot, cut away, running towards the boundary. That'll take some chasing.
A lovely shot off the back foot. The shorter ball having no joy in getting dispatched for 4 runs.
This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch. Chance, gone. You're kidding. Keeper with the fast hands.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you expect from someone of this skill level.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes charging out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. Drilled that one away. Everyone's gone up.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A good start, but that's all they've managed. They did the hard work and threw it away in the end.
A difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to settle themselves in before facing their first ball.
End of the third over. The score is now 27 for 3.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the north end. Oh, outside edge, but it'll be safe and another boundary. The bowler is in disbelief on that one. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Holder over pitches and pays the price. Great shot by the batter. That could be 4. Big edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. That was a lovely punch down the ground. It's in the gap, and there should be a few on offer here, maybe 3. Onto that early, that could be 4.
Well, didn't time that at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
That's the end of a very good over. Great pressure being placed on the batters here. A new bowler is coming into the attack. Onto the front foot, super shot, should be 4.
Well, that was a very solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, roundabout off stump. That'll force a mistake. Smacks that away through the gap.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well-timed, and 4 runs.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come. Thick edge. Doesn't beat the infield.
End of the 5th over. The batting team are now 34 for 3.
Mayers coming into the attack from the north end. No. Terrible shot.
It was timed well for 4. Gee, that was a good shot.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Timed through the vacant point position, racing to the boundary.
Cut away off the front foot. Nice shot.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here. Can't get that outside the ring field. Square cut, finds point, no run.
Over. The score is now 54-3.
This bowler knows how to give the ball an almighty tweak. Let's see how they go. Off the middle of the bat.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries, just to keep them guessing. Massive outside edge. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Caught, gone. Straight to cover point for an easy catch.
It's another wicket, the fourth now. Sometimes you've just got to accept that you couldn't do anything about a delivery.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come into bat after the fall of a wicket. Shot, textbook pull shot, and that's racing away to the boundary. Brilliant.
That was a beautiful shot. Rocks onto the back foot and stabs the ball away. Fielders had no chance.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder. Perfectly timed.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Don't always mind getting hit for runs. What's important is just focus on getting the next delivery right. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Well, that was a struggle, getting smacked all over the park. Mayers from the north end. Thick edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Oh my word, that is huge. Middle, that's a monster of a shot.
Well, that's what you pay your entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Pulled away, but straight to square leg. Huge edge.
The batters are working the strike around, picking gaps for boundaries, but they might need to start taking some chances in the back half of the innings to keep in touch.
Oh, man, that's an incredible shot. Square drive and holds the pose as it goes all the way for a maximum. Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on. Great shot.
Now that's a difficult shot to get right. Straight back at the bowler with a lot of pace, and the covering fielder had no chance.
Super batting at the moment. Back-to-back boundaries, putting the pressure right on the bowler. They've got to respond. Paul drills that one away. That'll be 4 more to the tally.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions for this innings. And what a strike that is, right into the slot. Great timing and balance. It'll be at maximum.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant, and that is stayed hit. Fantastic.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Chance, gone. You're kidding. Keeper with the fast hands.
Starting to get interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should be on as the new batter strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another quick wicket. Holder back on now. Finds the edge.
Have to go for it now.
Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though. Shepherd taking guard, has been playing really well in recent matches, certainly needs to bring their A game today. Nicked it.
They really need a boundary, this ball.
Massive outside edge. Gone. Superb catch. Out. What a screamer.
Really getting to the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
Now, great opportunity to prove the critics wrong. Certainly needs to build an innings for the team. This is now just a mental game. It should be all over, but the pressure is still on the bowler not to give away anything. Big edge. Thick edge.
That's a great win. It really did feel that the first innings display had put enough runs on the board and they've been able to defend it. Great bowling.
That's all from us in the commentary box. It's been an amazing match.